Are you already admitted into EKITI State University? Are you looking forward to coming to EKSU? So where can I get hostels in EKSU? How much is EKSU hostels? How much should I prepare? What does EKSU hostel look like? Definitely this video is for you.
I am looking for a sister. Show my mind over.
So before we start the video, this is what the school hostel, female hostel to be precise, currently looks like. And because school is on holiday, everywhere is kind of bushy, but this is what it looks like. And also, I'm showing a private hostel in school. And yes, let's get straight into the video. Hi guys, good afternoon. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Mide and I'm back with another video. And in this video, I'll be talking about EKITI State University hostels. What kinds of hostels do we have in EKSU? How much is hostels in EKSU? And everything I know about hostels in EKSU. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Let's get straight into the video.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
Anyways, we have two kinds of hostels or two types of hostels in EKSU. We have a private hostel and we have a school hostel. So what is a private hostel? What is a school hostel? So private hostel is an hostel owned by private individuals and it is not inside the school. It's like outside the school, but they are also called hostels. School hostel is owned by the school management and it is inside the school. How much is school hostel? How much is private hostel? So school hostel is 25,000 naira per person. There are like 4 or 6 persons in a room. Private hostel ranges from 15,000, which is the lowest I have seen so far, to 250,000, which is the highest I have seen so far. So we have two kinds of room in private hostels. We have a room apartment and we have self-contained apartment. So the room apartment, you share your bedroom and toilet with other occupants of the hostel, and your kitchen would be inside your room most of the times or outside your room. But in self-contained, you have your kitchen and a toilet and a bedroom assigned to each room. So in a self-contained, you are the only one using your bedroom and your kitchen, while it's not the same for a room. Why people choose to stay in school hostel? Why people choose to stay in private hostel, which I can call like the advantages and disadvantages of staying in school hostel and private hostel. So one of the advantages of staying in school hostel is the fact that school hostel has maximum security compared to private hostels. Private hostels now, if your hostel does not have a gate man or like a security guard, you are the one securing yourself. School hostel, there is a security and you are secured. Like another reason why people choose to stay in school hostel, it is because for a school like EKITI State University, where there is no lighting, most of EKSU school areas, generally there is no light in EKSU school area. But there are some areas, there are some exceptions to some areas that have light. And apart from that, there are some places or there are some hostels that have other means or other source of light, but it is not general. To be very frank and candid, most of EKSU hostels, they don't have light.
For what? Why?
So it is generator, like hostel generator and all of that they use. So people choose to stay in school hostel because there is light generally in school hostel. Another reason why people choose to stay in school hostel is because school hostel compared to off campus, it is cheaper, and the price is fixed and cheaper. Let's go to the reasons why people choose to stay off campus, which is where most of students in EKITI State University stay. I feel like EKITI State University, EKSU, is the first university I would see a lot of students staying off campus. Like why? First of all, the school does not have lots of hostels, so the hostel is very limited. Number one, but people still choose to stay off campus. Why? Number one reason why people choose to stay off campus is privacy. Just as the name of the hostel sounds, private hostels. If there is privacy, there's maximum privacy in off-campus hostels. In school hostel, you share your toilet and everything with other occupants of hostels, other school hostel mates or other hostel mates in your school hostel. You share it with them in school hostel, but it's not the same for off-campus. If you stay in like a self-contained apartment, you're not sharing your toilet with anybody other than your roommate. That is if you want a roommate, but it's not the same for school hostel. You stay with other people, 3 other persons or 5 other persons in a room, and you have to share the toilet with maybe other block members, or I don't know how they do it. Another reason why people choose to stay off campus is the fact that like when you come to school, you have the luxury of coming with whatever you want to come with. You can decide to come with your electric kettle. You can decide to come with toasting machine. You can decide to come with a washing machine to make your life in school more stress-free and comfortable for you. You can decide to bring whatever you want to bring that will make it more easy. But in school hostel, you have restrictions to what you can bring. In fact, God sef, if they did not restrict you, then you want to put your washing machine when you bring washing machine to school hostel.
What?
So like you're literally sharing your room. So where do you want to put your washing machine? Like except if they will sneak it in, there are restrictions to what they can bring to school. Private hostel, especially self-contained, you can decide to bring in even if you want to install AC.
Sorry.
You can install AC in a private hostel.
This morning.
Bring anything you want to bring to a private hostel in EKITI State University. You can design your room the way you want it. The reason why people choose to stay in private hostel is the fact that during holidays or during ASU strike, students that are occupying the school hostel will be asked to leave the school hostel. They'll be given ultimatum to leave maybe the school hostel in 3 days time or 7 days time when the school is on break or whatever, because the school is not more in session. So for people that stay in private hostel, you have that luxury to yourself. You can decide to stay back if you don't want to go home yet for the ASU strike or for the break.
This morning.
But people that stay in school hostel do not have that luxury to themselves. They'll be asked to leave. Like literally, when school is on break, they are homeless. That's just the point. They are homeless.
There is emotion.
But it's not the same for people that stay in private hostels. They are still in their house. They still have their house. Sure, you got it. Even when they are going home, they can leave their things in the hostel, lock the door, and go home. But then it has its own side effect. Like last time, if you don't go and buy a big padlock, like a padlock that is not breakable, that is hard to break, and seriously, if you want to stay in private hostels, get a hostel with good security. This is my 5th year in EKSU, and I've stayed in 2 hostels so far. My first hostel, I know, and I used to hear the rumor of that, okay, they used to bust hostel, they used to rob hostel when students are on holiday or on break or on strike. But I don't know that it's real. So I've never had that experience because the hostel was highly secured. But the new hostel that I got to, can you believe that last ASU strike that we were on before this, so they stole my gas, my cooking gas, and some of our things. They busted our door. We literally saw our door open when we came in. So that was the first time I experienced this, and that was because I was in a private hostel. That's another advantage people that stay in school hostel. So another reason why people choose to stay in school hostel is that you pay per session if you stay in school hostel, but people that stay off campus, they pay per year. So like, let me explain what I'm trying to say. So what I mean by a pay per session, like if you resume for 100 level and you decide to stay in the school hostel and you pay the fee for school hostel, you have paid for the whole of 100 level. So whether 100 level finishes in 5 months, that's when your money will lapse. But in most cases, this is Nigeria, you can't finish 100 level in 5 months. It's an advantage now that people that stay off campus are not like enjoying. So if the money has lapsed while you are still in 100 level, you still pay for another rent while you are still in the same level. So it's an advantage to people that stay inside the school. For instance, me now, I'm doing a 4 years course and I've paid 5 years rent in EKSU due to the fact that ASU strike. Another reason why people stay in school hostel is the fact that in school hostel, it is nearer to school. There are some school area. This is not general, Sha. This is not general. So there are some areas in private hostels that are nearer to school, but there are some areas that are far to school, and you would have to take fare, like Iworoko, like some inside phase 2, like town. You'd have to take fare, and you can't be broke. That's the shocking truth. You can't be broke if you stay in some areas in private hostels. You can't be broke. You have to have money for fare, except you want to trek and trek. So what is my own advice on how can you get hostels? I'm not going to be recommending any agents for you to get a private hostel, but school hostel, I think getting it is actually easy. You can just go online and research about it, or ask in most of EKSU groups and you're going to see. Do not send any money to anybody online. There have been scammers scamming people for private hostels a lot. Please and please, do not send money to anybody online. Come to school and pay your money, except these are people that are trusted. You can ask people to help you find hostel, then come to school and pay for the money. But do not pay any money to anybody online so you won't fall into the hand of scammers. If you like this video, like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.